Okay, so here goes another anonymous story time. Am I wrong for taking my son away from his mom and refusing to give him back even though she makes more money than me? I know this sounds crazy, but listen, during this time I was 29 and my wife was 31. We got a divorce due to me cheating, and I will admit that I was wrong, but I wasn't being treated right in our relationship. She would always talk shit about how she makes more money than me, and she would always belittle me for it, but it was crazy because I still made 6 figures a year. Either way, it made me really upset, and I went to go find love elsewhere. At the end of the day, I'm not making excuses for my behavior, and she won custody over our son after the divorce. Here's when I began to see the problems. Every time my son would come to my house, he would eat 2 full plates of food like a grown man, and he's only 9. I also noticed some of his clothes would be ripped and they smelled horribly, and this had been going on for a while now, and I started to get really concerned. I asked my son was everything okay at his mom's house, and what he said struck my heart. He said his mother has been feeding him less than 1,000 calories a day for the last 2 months, and she wouldn't clean his clothes. I immediately confronted his mom and I cussed her out. That's when she stated she was just busy from work. I told her to get a babysitter, but she said she doesn't want another person taking care of our child. Then she said, "You cheated on me with trash, and I will treat your son as trash too since he looks just like you," and I got so infuriated. Okay, so here goes part 2 to the anonymous story time. Am I wrong for taking my son away from his mom even though she makes more money than me? So after I suggested that she get a babysitter for extra help, she said, "You cheated on me with trash, and I will treat your son as trash too since he looks just like you." I got so infuriated, I just told her I would see her in court. I couldn't believe she would treat our son so terribly because of my poor actions in the past. I know cheating on her was wrong and disrespectful, but honestly, this is insane. After she said that about my son, I hired a lawyer and I gathered as much evidence as possible I could against her, and after a long, hard battle, I finally won custody over my son. However, this made my ex-wife furious. She kept saying I was too broke to take care of him and how she made more money than me. She also said more hurtful things, but I ignored her. A little over a year goes by and I've had my son this whole time. She hit me up a couple weeks ago on my birthday telling me that she went to therapy and how she changed, and she apologized for everything she did to our son. This is when she says she wants full custody of her son again now, and I told her, hell no. We can make arrangements to see your son, but I refuse to let the same thing happen twice to him. That's when she got really upset and started cussing and screaming and saying it's best that our son lives with her since she changed. I told her that's not how things work. You must show me and prove to me that you've changed before my son goes back over there. Am I wrong for doing this?